Hmm. I'm live on here because haters wanted to report me. You know, I'm really, really sick of the people on here. You guys need to go touch some grass or something. Not everybody, but most of you. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm mad.
What's up?
Well, one, they banned my live for no reason, okay? Two, they called CPS on me all day yesterday again and today.
Who called CPS?
The people online.
Well, I mean, I
They
think,
think it's a game, and it's not a game. You know what I mean?
I mean, I completely understand that that's something that you'd be upset about and that you love your son and that it's concerning. But I mean, I've been watching for a while and I'm concerned about
Hmm.
Jake too, of course. So I maybe if you can separate yourself, from the
But can you tell me? Can you tell me why? I won't get mad. I promise. Why are you concerned about him? Honestly.
well, to be honest, and you said you wouldn't get mad.
Hmm.
Um,
I won't.
there's there was the video of you saying that you had lied about things like Jace having cancer and you admitting to things like that, and
Yes.
then you admitting to using the money for drugs. So we how do we know for certain, what is going on and what is being used for him? You know what I mean?
But to be honest, and I know nobody's going to believe me, that conversation I had with Queen, that was about months ago. Okay. And my doctor upped my Klonopin. And I haven't had to buy anything since then. But and nobody, the people that know me in real life, go to bat for me.
So, and I've never seen anything about this on any of your videos. I'm just curious, like, is there a physical reason or something that prevents you from working?
I mean, no, I was a stay-at-home mom when Big Cole was alive, and I just had really bad anxiety. I'd like to get a job. Um, the thing I said was Jace, a babysitter, and the CPS worker told me that there's no age that they can stay home alone as long as they can take care of themselves.
Hmm. What state do you live in?
Pennsylvania.
Okay. I'm all the way in Washington, so I have no idea. I know here I think it's 12, 13 maybe that kids are allowed to stay alone. And there's no consideration for like what they're able to do for themselves. So I have no idea what's going on over there.
I mean, they just keep calling and saying the same allegations over and over and over.
Well, as a mother, because I have two daughters myself, they're 18 and 16, I can certainly understand
Hmm.
your concern and your fear about all that. Um, I think my best advice would be social media is not your friend because
No.
as long as you're on here, like whatever you're doing, there's all these people watching you, there's all these people judging you, and those
Hmm.
people are going to call CPS, some of the people at least. So social media is not your friend, no matter that, that's how you like you've relied on to get money or whatever. It's gonna bite you in the butt. And I think if you stay off of it, then that's much less likely to happen.
Yeah. I mean, my counselor even told me, she said, what is the allegation that they think you're doing to your son? And I said, that's a good question. I don't know. They think I'm on drugs. That's the allegation, you know?
I mean,
I don't know.
So a couple of years ago, I was going to school. I had taken a long break and I went back after about 10 years, and I was doing everything that I could to make my resume or whatever look good to get into law school.
Mm-hmm.
So I did some volunteer work as a CASA, or a court-appointed special advocate. And we were told in training, people will not get their kids taken away from them if they're a C parent on a scale of A to F. So yes.
Yeah, they're not taking them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not the best parent in the world. I'm not.
Nobody is.
I never said I was.
Nobody is.
But none of these people know me in real life. You know what I mean?
And so that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, it's very easy for us to judge you when all we see is videos on social media. And I'm sure that you feel like your kids are your highest priority. Sometimes it's sucked up into other things that help us in some way, or help us feel good about ourselves in some way. But social media is such a crock. It's all about, oh, everybody's doing things better than you are, which is not true. It's completely false.
No.
People
No.
can pick what they want to show to people. And thus, the same in your situation, people are handpicking what they want to think about you.
When Big Cole died, I fell into the deepest depression ever, you know, and I'm just starting to come out of it. I'm just starting to, you know. Good. But it took a toll on me, you know.
Understandable. But the best way to handle that situation and to, be a good mom for your kids is to stay away from social media. We hear in the videos that Jace is saying to get off of there. Whatever the backstory is, whatever the reason for that is, like, that does not help at all.
He's scared.
What is he scared of?
The police come, CPS comes.
Well, I would say if that's what he's afraid of, whatever he's afraid of, whatever reason that your child has for telling you to stay off of social media, and in fact, that's being borne out because people are calling CPS. Whatever reason he's giving you, you need to listen, because this is your child and that is your number one priority. Whatever you're going to get from social media is nothing compared to your relationship with your child, right?
You're
yeah.
Right. I got off of TikTok because my counselor asked me to, Jace asked me to, so I got off.
Okay, but what are you accomplishing here that is different from what was happening on TikTok?
Because I have an anger problem, and like, these people you just don't understand, you know.
No, you're right. I don't, but I'm asking you to explain it to me. I want to try and help you.
I'm a very nice, calm person, okay? But when you mess with my kids, I black out, okay?
Oh, yeah, totally.
The lady upstairs, I don't know if you saw it, when she was recording me out the window, okay?
I think I did.
I went up and I was trying to kick her door in. I mean,
I know exactly what you mean. I once, so my youngest daughter, several years ago, she had broken a bone in her foot. She had a cast, she had crutches. So she was on one of those motorized carts in Walmart. And some woman made some nasty comment to her about, oh, you shouldn't be playing with those things. When they came and told me, I made them march around Walmart until they pointed her out. And I went up to her and I said, what do you think you're doing? You don't know what you're talking about. So I completely get it. Absolutely. Like, our kids are our everything.
yeah, you don't mess with my kids, even up here in the projects. Yeah. If Abby starts something, I have to finish it, yeah. You know?
I get it. I totally get it. My kids have to tell me to pull back when I'm like, Mama Bear wants to come out and do something about this. They've learned to handle things on their own brilliantly because they're afraid of me saying something. So I totally get it. But I don't know that Instagram is going to help you in any different way than you hoped that TikTok would, you know?
Yeah. So you think I shouldn't even be on Instagram either?
Yeah, I think you need to get off social media entirely. Focus your attention on your kids. There are resources. You know, all you got to do is look on the internet. There are food banks. There are places that can help you. And your priority needs to be your children. And that is not social media. Social media sucks and it's not going to help you. And even if you get $50, $100, whatever, even if you got that much from asking people for help, in the long run, it's not going to help you as much as just getting off of this crap and focusing on your kids. Because all this is doing is letting people into your life that don't need to be in there.
You're right.
So promise me that you're going to get off and you're going to focus on your kids. That once you do that, things are going to get better. Okay?
Yeah, they will. I believe you.
This is not going to help your life get better.
I agree with you because no matter what I do, they take it and make fun of me anyways.
Yeah, that's what people do. People suck. And the majority of people, yes, some people are going to be supportive, some people are going to help, but the majority of people are just going to drag you down. And so prove them wrong. Get off social media, focus on your kids, focus on your well-being. And then 6 months, whatever, down the road, when things are much better, come back on here and shove it in their face.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I apologize. I was really I'm still mad. But going off isn't gonna help.
Because you understand that what happened, what you're upset about, happened because of social media, right? So prove them all wrong, because the only way that social media is truly a help to any of us, if we are millionaires living a life that few people can even dream of. I mean, I mostly got on here to see videos of dogs, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason that I can see is a good reason to be on here, is to just watch something fun and lighthearted, not to truly invite people into your lives, not to let them get to you, not to let them, you know, call CPS on you. Like, I know that you know that you've got things that you need to fix. And the first thing that you need to do to fix them is to get off all social media platforms. Then they cannot do anything to you. Then the only people that you can surround yourself with that will support you are those that are actually close to you, that actually know you. And then, like I said,
Right.
when things are better, you come back on here and you show them that you're better than they thought.
You're right. But I get messages on Instagram that say, hey, when do you go live? Because I've never seen you live. I just catch replay videos that people post. They're still posting me.
Because if you stay off of social media, they won't have anything else to post. And those messages will go away. And if they don't, get a new account. Or better yet, just none at all. Just delete everything.
Yeah, I don't go on TikTok at all because I would scroll into a video of me and it would ruin my day. So I just got off altogether.
And that's the best thing that you can do. Get off of here, delete everything, focus on your kids, especially Jace. Be what he needs you to be. And that is where you're going to find fulfillment.
Yeah, he's my world, whether people believe it or not.
So show them up. Get off social media, focus on Jace. And when you're in a good place, like a really, really good place that shows them that they were wrong, then you can come back on, maybe temporarily. Not like, don't ever get involved in this mess again where people are taking videos of you and commenting about you and calling CPS on you. But, maybe just come back on and say, hey, look at me now. Look at where we're at.
Right.
But until that happens, don't let other people dictate who you are and what you need to do.
No, you're right. Thank you for jumping on.
Yeah. I'm happy to help. I hope that you take my advice.
I definitely am going to.
Hope so.
So I appreciate it. Thank you. Do you follow me on here to keep in touch?
Yes, I do. I can tell you.
Okay. Can you please do that?
I will do that. I wish you luck. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yep. I hope that you can do what we've talked about, and I wish you all the best.
All right. Thank you, sweetie.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, what was that lady's name that was just on here? Can somebody write it in the chat, please? I want to give her my number. What was her name? And if anybody else wants to join for a minute.
Hey there.
Hello.
I just sent you a message.
Are you who I was just talking to?
Yes.
Okay, I want to give you my number.
Okay, well, I don't want you to share it on here, but if you can find the message that I just sent you, your comments are off, so I can't say anything there.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. It says you're unable to join. If anybody wants to join, I couldn't find your message, sweetie. I have so many messages. No requests. Here we go. I hit accept.
Hey, doll. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Your comments are off, so we can't type what her name is.
Maybe if you turn them off, then we can help you. And I just want to let you know that we're praying for you and Jace, and I'm hoping that there is a great resolution and that there is a mountaintop after this valley for you guys. So I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you. And the reason that we can't type her name is because the comments are off. But don't give up.
You know how I?
Don't give up.
Do you know how I turn? How do I turn them on?
I'm kind of unsure. I don't even know.
It's not even showing my face on my end, so I don't know. I'm not that good with Instagram, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of, encouragement and tell you that don't be so hard on yourself. I know you're going through a rough time and have been going through a rough time, and anxiety is a really big thing, and so is depression and all. So don't get too bad on your back for that. I understand. I've just kind of now started watching your story. I kind of see why you're worried, why other people are worried, but hopefully you can use this, what you're going through, for a testimony, and how your testimony is going through the test. So God is right there. He's never left you, and you're still very worthy enough. You're still a child of the King. And people really do want to see you succeed. I know all you hear is the negative, but I promise you that there's 1,000 more people that want you to do good.
I really like that lady I talked to before you, and I'd like to give her my number, which is probably a mistake because every time I do that, I get screwed over. But I'm gonna trust her.
Well, everybody has a gut instinct, and she, I think, was coming from a law background, so I think she was trying to help you. And
me
like
too.
She is kind of right. Like, we might only see you when you're in your desperation, and some people like to prey on that. I'm terminally ill, and people, I have the opposite kind of reaction towards me. They're like, oh,
I'm sorry, you guys. Hello. Hey, what's up, honey?
I was invited.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have anything you want to ask or talk to me about?
Yeah, what's going on? I don't think I've ever seen you live here before.
Well, I came over here because I went on live yesterday. They banned my account because people were reporting it, okay? Then they called CPS on me numerous of times. So I'm mad. I'm not the best mom, but I take care of my son. I do. And the people that are in the recovery community, okay, they've, I'm sure, seen people that are on drugs, I'm not one of them. So for them to say I am is disingenuous.
But I mean, Lisa, like, do these people know you from TikTok?
Yeah, just from TikTok. None of them know me in real life.
Right, but I mean, like, you have admitted that you do have existence of these issues, correct?
Yeah, I take methadone and I'm on Klonopin, prescribed.
Right.
Okay? If I'm a drug addict because of that, then people that are on Suboxone are drug addicts,
Well, no,
etc.
I don't. I don't think that's what people are referring to. It's the Klonopin.
I have really bad anxiety though. I need it.
Right. But like, are you not supposed to mix the two, Klonopin and Suboxone, or Klonopin and methadone? Like, I don't think those two are supposed
You're
to be.
not. You're not. But my doctor said my anxiety was so bad that I needed it.
I mean, people have given you a lot of resources.
On TikTok, that's where I know you from. People have given you a lot of resources, and you've made a lot of promises, and now you're here because it's a little more mellow here, if you will.
And I just feel like you're fighting for your life right now, Lisa.
Well, the thing is, okay, I've already been in rehab one time for benzodiazepines, okay? And when my ex died, okay, and my doctor prescribed me the Klonopin, I don't take them every day because I don't want to get that physical withdrawal again, okay? So when I do take them, I get really, really sleepy. That's just the truth of it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I know benzos make you tired. I get that. Also sodas, subs, and or methadone. But I feel like, girl, you're just drowning here, honey. You're just drowning.
Well, the people that know me in real life, my counselor, my doctor, people like that, they go to bat for me, They do.
So what do
They
you
say
think?
she's a good person.
Well, I'm not saying you're not a good person.
I when I was on Hubs, I was definitely not a good person at all. Am I a good person now? Yes. Was I a good person at heart then? Yes. But did I act like a good person then? Absolutely not. Did I
Right.
realize that I wasn't a good person then? No. Did I realize that several
Yeah,
years later after I was sober? Yes.
I lie. Yes, I lie, ma'am. Yes, I do. But my thing was, I don't know any of these people. I don't care about allianceism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I get
It,
that.
it's
I think is wrong.
What do you right now, just curious, like why did you hop on live right now? What was your motive here? Are you trying to get
because I got a text from CYF saying that more than 10 people called on me yesterday, and that if the case would have been closed, they would have had to come back out.
I see.
Like, they don't understand what that does to Jace too, you know?
Do you have like a plan
At all? Like, what is I mean, is this what you plan to do? Like, I don't know, forever?
No,
You have, like, a
I,
goal?
I want to get a job, but I've been on methadone so long, I don't see myself coming off of it.
Well, I mean, honestly, there are people that stay on methadone for a very, very, very long time. And honestly, to me, that's better than the H word or the F word, right?
Right.
Now, the benzos is a little different. I'm gonna take my headphone out. Hold on.
Okay.
The benzos are a little different.
I feel like you have like a certain attachment to those. I'm no professional, just speculation, just from watching you. But
I have very severe anxiety and I have
Hmm.
ADHD. I got all the mixtures, you know what I mean? And I am unmedicated. I'm not saying that you should be unmedicated, but I'm saying that if you're strong enough, you could probably go at a lower dose to where you could function, right? Where you don't have to deal with the WDs, the good old WDs that you know makes us all fear
getting off medication. But I feel like you gotta try a lot harder, girl. You got to. You got babies.
Well, that was the worst withdrawal I've ever had,
It's
coming
dangerous.
off the benzos at rehab.
It's dangerous. I'm pretty sure benzos are more dangerous
than like pain medication because you can't unalive withdrawing from pain medication. But I'm pretty sure benzos and alcohol are in the top two for not good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good. You shouldn't do that
Right.
cold turkey. I don't know. I don't use Instagram a lot, so I'm gonna light a cigarette off camera.
Okay.
I'm not trying to get anybody a ban here. But like, girl, you can't do this forever. Like, don't you want better for yourself? I know you do.
Of course I do. I want out of the projects. I want a better life for me and my kids.
But are you making any progress towards that goal?
No, honestly, no.
You're just kind of stuck. You're in a big hole right now that somehow you gotta dig yourself out of, and it probably seems really
Overwhelming. I get that. And as long
Yeah,
as you
it's
keep coming on live, even if it's what you got 72 people in here right now, on TikTok you get thousands of people that join in. As long as you keep exploiting yourself, you're gonna have these issues. It's just it's you can't stop it. Is it right? No. Do I condone bullying on either of these apps? Absolutely not. Do I understand partially where you're at in life? Yeah. Do I understand the hold that these things have on you? Absolutely. But like, something's gotta give, girl.
I just
You know?
don't know what, you know, what it will be.
It's gonna be your rock bottom, is what it's gonna be. And everybody's rock bottom is different. For me, it was like, you know, having a miscarriage, losing my then boyfriend at the time. It was losing my place to live. And, you know, everybody's rock bottom is unfortunately different. And yours might be lower than mine. I don't know. But you gotta want it.
Yeah,
And let me just tell you, like, I know what it's like to not want it.
I do. I really do. I was so freaking scared at the thought of being sober when I was having the, you know, good old WDs from my pain medicine. That took me several months it took me to actually like come out and kind of semi-normal from my pain med withdrawal. I was terrified. And I think most people are terrified.
well, it's the only thing that works for anxiety.
I get that. I mean, you know, I also said the same thing because, like, I benzos were never my thing. They were never my thing. I used to take Xanax in very, very small doses. I used to take Buspirone bars that I hated. It just wasn't my DOC. But pain meds were. And I was very, very good at getting those in any way that I could, any fashion. It didn't matter how sick it was. You know what I mean? Especially somebody working in healthcare.
Right.
I did some pretty shady shit. And I was just like, how am I going to function? You know, oh, I have so much pain. Oh, how can I survive? Like, there are ways around it. You just have to see the light. And as long as you're not willing to see the light, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna keep going through this, and you're gonna keep getting criticized, and people are gonna keep doxing you, and they're gonna keep calling CPS. Like this is a this is a table that does not stop turning, if you will, for you. And I've watched you, Lisa. I know you probably don't really know me. I've been in your lives on TikTok a couple times. And I know you get a lot of people that come up and talk to you like this. But I care for you. I do. And I really hope to see you succeed. I do.
I appreciate that.
I don't think anybody deserves to be doxxed or be called out of their name. I don't, I just
I think people get frustrated, especially when they keep trying to help. And I get it, because when I was like in active addiction, you couldn't tell me anything. You could have told me that in 3 years I would have lost my life, and I'd have been like, I don't care.
Well, that's honestly how I feel. I don't care.
Right. Yeah. I feel that, girl. I do. And I'm really sorry that you feel that way.
Well, maybe my kids will give me the respect I deserve.
Well,
then.
I mean, you got to think of it in a child's mind. They don't think like adults. They don't understand what addiction is like. All they see is their mother, who is supposed to be the one person in the entire world who is supposed to be there all the time, who may or may not sometimes not be there. You can't expect your little boy Jace to think like you do. You can't. And I know that it's embarrassing when you get on live and he comes at you. I get it. You gotta drop yourself down to when you were a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I'm no professional here, but like, did you have childhood trauma? I'm pretty sure you did. Usually those of us who have an addiction problem had childhood trauma, right?
My parents are actually still married, and they don't smoke cigarettes, drink coffee, nothing.
Well, there's got to be some kind of trauma somewhere. Maybe not with your parents. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're one in a million cases where you had a perfect childhood and you had zero trauma and you just ended up with a substance abuse addiction. Maybe. And you don't have to say anything, but when you're a child, you don't understand.
Yeah, well, they took Abby off me when she was 2 because they found out Big Cole was on heroin. So then I got on heroin. That's how it started.
Do you have an option to go to rehab? If you did, okay, let me ask this. If you had the option to go to rehab, would you?
No, I wouldn't, honestly.
Thank you for being honest.
Is there a reason why you wouldn't? What are your fears of going to rehab? Like what scares you about that, or what turns you off about that?
Well, the last time I went, um, it was a nightmare. I called home. I kept getting yelled at. They kept telling me I was gonna go to jail for abandoning my kids. It was just a nightmare.
Okay. So if it wasn't a nightmare, if just say everything worked out perfectly, your kids were taken care of, you didn't have anything to worry about at home, would you go to rehab? If you didn't
Yes,
have the fear of, the hump stuff.
yes.
Okay.
I want to wake up every day and be normal and not have to go to the clinic to feel okay every day.
I get that. I do. Fortunately for me, I never really had to do the subs or the methadone. Personally, I take kratom, and I have taken kratom or kratom for 8 years, and it's kept me sober. It helps with my anxiety. It helps with my cravings. A lot of things. Um, and I've known it to save a lot of people's lives. And I'm
Certainly not trying to sell anything here. I have no vendor or anything that I'm trying to give you to make money
Mhm.
off of it. It's just something that I found for my husband and I both extremely helpful. And there is some controversy over it. People that are uneducated about it, which is fine. But if you want to know more about it, I don't know if you can message me here. Like I said, this is the first time ever I've been live on Instagram. I didn't even know you could do this. I am more than willing to let you know who I go through and walk you through it. Now, that being said, you have to want it. And I know you know what I mean by that. And if you
Yes.
don't want it, it's just not going to happen for you. I don't want to give up on you, man. I don't.
I understand. Plus, I have no support system.
Mm-hmm.
All my friends backstab me.
Right. I feel like you deserve happiness just like anybody else in this world. I do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. At least you calmed me down because I was coming on to.
It's not worth it, man. Not worth it, baby. You're a good person. You just have a disease. And I don't care what anybody in this chat, all 70 of you, have to say. I don't care. It's a disease. Sure, I guess, sure, you make that first choice.
but it's not a choice to be addicted to something. It's not. It's not fair, and we're not taken seriously.
No, and I've said multiple times, I said I could get on TikTok every day and make money. I don't though. I only go on when I'm desperate and have
Yeah, I get
they
that.
just they don't understand my life.
I know. I get
And
that.
then they
There's a lot that's behind the scenes. I understand that. But you got to understand that the ratio to normal feed on TikTok to beggar feed on TikTok is almost equal, if not like 70-30. And people are upset about it.
They like, okay, for me for instance, right now, I have no idea how I'm gonna make rent this month. You know, I luckily can take some eggs from my grandma who has a
Mhm.
very limited income. Car insurance I haven't paid. I owe over $1,000.
To Excel for my electric or heat, my gas bill, and
Mhm.
I'm just trying to use the resources. I know it's gonna work out, and I know it's scary. Like, I don't put myself out like this. Like, right now, I am scared that I'm gonna lose the place that I live with 2 little baby girls and 5 animals. I'm terrified, but I'm working really hard. I'm working really hard to get it done, and it's gonna work out.
I'm gonna figure it out. I have
It,
faith in
it will.
myself. I have faith in my husband that it's gonna work out. Um, but I feel like it's just all too easy to just hop on TikTok and just be like, hey,
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
I know you don't know me from Adam, but I here for you.
If you guys want to join and ask me something, I won't drop you.
I only have a few minutes because I have to go to work in the morning.
Okay.
I'm not, I don't want to fight with you or argue with you. I just want to understand why you're not really taking any accountability for no one on TikTok or Instagram or anything would know any of your business if you didn't get online and put it out there.
You're right. You're right.
Like when you get online and you're looking at your son and telling him,
Jace, are you hungry? Are you hungry? That, like, I'm sure he's embarrassed. He's probably like not knowing what's going on, and you're getting mad at everyone else for reaching out to, to CPS.
what they're seeing is like neglect in a way. If you can't
You're
feed your
right.
kids,
But they took it too far though, ma'am. Putting my address out,
well,
calling the
no, I'm
police
not.
at 3 a.m.
Well, no, absolutely. Yeah, that is not right. But what I want to hear, like you keep saying that you have no support. Your dad takes you to the clinic every day, right?
Yeah, but I pay him for that.
Okay. Well, because nothing is free. Nothing is free. Like,
I
yes,
know. I know.
you have a way to get to the clinic every day. I'm sure you said your parents are still married.
Mhm.
Yeah, to me it's, I mean, you have sisters, right?
Yeah, but that's another thing, ma'am. They're not innocent. You know, they come on here and get praised
All
Okay.
right,
when
Lisa,
they're
no,
no
your
better.
Wait,
sisters
so
don't have anything to do with what you're doing.
but what I'm saying to you is can you tell me in what ways you're wrong? In what ways are you wrong for the things that are happening? Like where are you wrong in this situation?
Okay. When I got on TikTok, I thought it was an app for like dances, okay?
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that it was as big as it was, okay?
Hmm.
And it spiraled out of control, okay? And it's gotten out of control, okay?
Yes, it has, but
Completely.
it's only gotten out of control because you have let it. I mean, like some of the things that like I've seen, like saying that your son had cancer, saying that your dad has died. You get online asking for
Gas money for Ubers, and you're saying you're in a store when you're standing in a gas station. Lisa, people see this and they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Like the red flags go off and they're like, we can't trust this woman. You could come on here and be holding, say the sun is yellow and we can all see it's yellow, but we're all going to second guess it because how many times you've come online and
Right.
lied.
Right. But I give the Uber money to my dad for gas. I do.
That's not what you're saying. You're saying that you're using it for an Uber, so you're lying.
I'm sure if you would look at your dad and get in the car with him and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm on live right now. These people say that we need gas money." I'm sure people will be more
they donate faster if you would just tell the truth. I'm just hearing you not really taking any accountability for any of the things that you just keep saying. You have no, no support system, and your kids don't respect you. What kind of respect?
Yeah,
No, it's my
exactly,
fault.
Lisa. You have built your bridge, and you have put everybody on your bridge, and then when people don't like what you're saying because it contradicts exactly what you're doing, you get mad.
Like Lisa, you said, I 70% of the money goes to Jace, 30 goes to Hugs. I pop my pills, I take them like candy. That means
When did I say that?
there's a video
When?
online of you saying that you pop your with Queen, that you take
Yeah,
your
Queen.
medication, you pop it like candy.
Queen recorded that. We were talking about months ago, ma'am. I also told her that Abby was a crackhead and that my son is addicted to pills, my 16-year-old.
Well, you did. You came online and you said that. Yeah, you said that your son takes medication.
She recorded a private conversation.
Yeah, no, that was, I'm not saying that was right, but what I'm saying is things that
You said. You said that you put out there that your son is on drugs. That is stuff that just like you don't want your business putting out. You're doxing your kid. You're saying, his private.
you're his mom, you're his safe space.
Well, I trusted Queen. I respected Queen.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm not saying what Queen did was right.
I am not saying that, but you are like,
But
okay, you said
you just said that you trusted Queen. So we are not going to take what you said to Queen as a lie.
That's
Because you said
thought you were not
trusted
being
her and
recorded,
you were
and you
being
were.
honest.
So you.
I helped her build her platform. I did.
Queen had a listen, let's not go Queen had a platform before that.
Not as many numbers though.
I know, but you unknowingly said you did not know you were being recorded. I'm sure if you knew you were being recorded, you wouldn't have been as honest as you were.
I didn't.
So what
I
I'm
didn't.
saying is that yes, you take Klonopin or whatever it is, and you pop them like candy. Just because it's prescribed by a doctor does not mean you cannot get addicted to it.
I agree with you, ma'am. I do.
Firsthand. I've dealt with all of that. But what I'm saying is that you need to step away and realize that it's not TikTok's fault, it's not Instagram's fault, it's not Queen's fault, it's not Tech's fault. It's no one's fault, but no one would know your business if you didn't put it out there. No, you're putting it out there, and then you're wondering why CYF is called.
Why people are doxing, why they're saying, listen, if I got online and was like, say you're hungry, and the way you look at Jace when he says no, get offline, I'm sure I'd have CYF at my door too.
Because he's scared.
What is he scared of?
Because the cops show up,
Well, then
CPS shows up.
You shouldn't be in a situation where the cops will call.
But why do you keep getting online? If he's scared, stop getting online.
But I get online sometimes just to talk, and they still call on me.
Lisa, if you want to chat online, you cannot be constantly saying that your Cash App, your Venmo, your
if you were just getting online
whatever it is,
then you would shut your gifts off.
To us.
You would shut your gifts off, and you would get on there and talk. You would stop crying and asking.
Every dollar counts. $1, $5, it all adds up. If your last $1.97 is in your bank account, send it to me. You want people to send you their last dollar? What? I work hard for my money.
No.
Well, that's what you're saying.
I went on for a half hour and just talked and didn't say anything about money. Okay.
When was this?
People, this was months ago.
Okay.
People went on Reddit and said she was on there begging. I didn't beg at all.
Listen, you don't have to worry about that because every single time you're online, it's being recorded. So if that's not true, you're going to see They're going to see the replay of the live. And if you weren't on there begging, then it doesn't matter what people on Reddit say. But Lisa, you cannot sit and blame everyone else around you, but you have to start pointing the finger at yourself. You created
My
this
dad,
mess.
my
You
dad
have to
tells me
stop.
that. My
You
my
have
dad tells me that. He says it's your fault.
you
Well,
have to stop.
Lisa, honestly, you're putting everything out there for everybody to see. So
I
whose fault
didn't know
is it?
any of your information, your business, if you didn't put it out there. That's it. You just have listen, you have to realize that there's so much more. Like, you're a mom. You need to God forbid that, one of those gifts could be that gift that you will end it all. That's it. You're no longer here for your
Yeah,
kids. Abby's I guess Abby's pregnant. You're going to be a grandmother. Like, you have
I
to
am a
start.
grandma, and Lisa, I relate to you so much. You don't even know. I've been where you are, and I am lucky
People,
enough to have got away from
pe-
that. And I
people
have two
just hate
children,
me.
No
and
one
I have
hates
They
four
you.
just hate
grandchildren.
me.
No
And
one
They
hates you.
they
They
do.
hate the way that you are. They hate the things that you do. Now,
yes,
I don't know you enough to hate you. They hate the things that you do. They hate the way that you are. Like,
I mean, people that do know me in real life go to bat for me. They do.
but why do they have to go to bat for you?
Because of CPS.
Well, Lisa, do you not why do you Lisa, I've seen video. Okay, all right. There's a video that went around at Jace's mattress. It is dirt brown. Why does that boy not have a new mattress?
Because I don't have the money.
But why is it not clean? How
but
does the mattress get
hon,
like that?
you can clean. You can clean. I don't have a lot of money, and I sometimes get embarrassed about my house, but it is clean.
I'm
I don't have
in
the
the
nicest stuff, but I
You
clean.
don't have to have the nice.
Yes.
I have 4 children. I don't have the best of anything. My husband works.
guys.
I work full time.
Guys, I'm in the projects, okay? No matter how much I clean, when somebody moves out or in or whatever, roaches come through the vents and all that. It's
Okay. Oh, but
pointless.
see, you're not taking. So is your house clean? So it's not going to be the same for you. Your house is clean. It's the roaches are coming from other places.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
you can flip your camera around and your house is clean. And this is what I mean. You got to start taking accountability. Your house is right. Just because you live in the projects doesn't mean you can't clean.
I
Yeah,
don't even have furniture.
I am lucky enough now to be out of the projects, but I was in them, and I had roaches and all that.
and girl, it sucks, and it's a pain
Yeah.
because you can clean, and you still have the
Okay.
roaches.
Yes. All right. Let's get all right. Roaches doesn't mean that your son shouldn't have a sheet on his bed. He should. I'm sure there are resources to where you can get furniture. I know there are because I have used those resources. I've lived in Pennsylvania. I've used those resources. I know there are. It's just
But
easier to come on TikTok, make an Amazon account, and beg for people's money. Lisa,
pe-
you have to
pe-
take accountability for your own actions.
people judge me too for kicking Abby's door in that day, okay?
Yeah, because
She
you were
had some.
upset. Listen, I was on your live that day. You were upset because you thought Abby got in the chat and said that the bill was paid. Lisa, I've lived in Pennsylvania. I know from November to March, they do not shut you off. So you were lying that morning. Please be honest with me.
She had a guy in there that I told her wasn't allowed at the house.
But Lisa, you please just listen. I don't want to fight with you or argue with you like this. It really, I feel bad because I feel like no one's coming on here and really giving you the truth. I feel like like they're babying you a little bit. So I just wanted to get on here just to kind of like maybe you need an eye opener. I don't know, but you were mad because I was on the live that morning. I was getting ready for work. You were saying that you needed money because your electric was going to be shut off for $50.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
truth. Let's be honest.
Was that the truth? No.
You're not going to believe me, but yes, it was.
Lisa, I lived in Pennsylvania. They do not shut your electric off from November to March. They don't. It's against the, they do.
Yeah, most places in the
They
United
don't.
States
So
don't
you
do
needed
that
that
during the
money
winter.
because you were, for whatever you needed it for, and you were mad because you thought someone put in the chat that Abby said that it was paid, and you were mad. So you kicked her door in.
Ma'am, I was already mad because when I came out to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, her door was closed. It's never closed. She wouldn't open it. Then when they wrote that in the chat and she wouldn't open it again, I kicked the door.
But okay, but you were mad because you thought that was going to hinder you getting the $50 that you needed for whatever you needed it for. Let's just be honest, Lisa. If we're on here, you say you want to talk, I'm asking you to be honest. That's it. It's not that hard. Listen, try it. It's really not that hard. It's freeing. Think about how good you'll feel. Like, you know what? Say it with your chest. Be like, yes, yep, I kicked your door. Just, it's so freeing to just be honest. There's no need
But
to lie.
I'm on cap. So if I didn't pay the 50, would they kick me off cap?
No, they don't shut you off. They do not. They were not going to shut you off. Just like when you got on and you're crying, saying that you're in the giant eagle and you don't. We can see behind you. That, and then when you say you're this close to your phone, I'm stuck at the clinic. We could. Then you look up and it's your neighbor's recording, and you look up. Lisa, just tell the truth. That's it. You
Yeah,
just need to tell the truth.
exactly, Lisa. You
I
just need to
promise
be
things
honest.
will get better that once you start telling the truth. Stop lying. Lisa, you need to go to rehab. Just because the doctor prescribes medication to you does not mean
that you are not addicted to it.
Rehab to get off, what do you think?
Listen.
The Klonopin, listen, I have anxiety. My poor baby, my 8-year-old has anxiety. I would never, ever, we have looked through, we will use every natural resource until I am blue in the face. These medications are killing people. They really are. I understand anxiety. I understand that times are hard. I understand
that sometimes you get so depressed you don't want to clean your house. I get there. I do. I really do. But you have to remember that there's going to come a time, God forbid, that you're going to take one too many of those pills or one too many of whatever it is that you're taking, and you might not wake up. You know what happens because you watched it happen to Big Hole. It can happen.
I have overdosed, I think 3 times and woke up on life support. So Lisa, it is possible. You can overdose on Klonopin. Xanax.
I know.
If you're not even supposed to be on Klonopin with methadone,
Yes.
why is your doctor okay with this? You need a new doctor. You need resources and you need help. Forget about what people telling you, get off social media. Yes, I agree with that. You should not come on social media. But sometimes when you're feeling alone, I don't have any friends. I do not have one single friend. I don't hang out with family. I don't, none of that. So sometimes I get on TikTok and I scroll, or it's nice to talk to somebody on a live. So sometimes you do need that. No, you do not need to get on TikTok begging for money. No, you do not need to get on TikTok with a lie or a scheme or selling your TikTok account. No, you need to get off that medication, find a new doctor, go to rehab. You need to take a shower, clean your house. Jace needs a new mattress. There's a list of things that you need to do to better yourself and your kid's life, your family. You're in charge. You are at the head of your family right now. There's nobody above you. You're in charge. You need to pull yourself together and support your kid. When you're looking, Jace, are you hungry? And you're looking at him like this. We can all see that.
And he's like, no, I'm not. Your son's going to give you respect once you can show him that you've earned that respect. What right now? Why? Let me ask you a question. If your parents were you, would you respect them? If your parents raised you the way that you're raising Jace, how much respect would you have for them?
Not much.
Not much. Now, you can do better. You can. There is a way out. I understand addiction is hard. I know firsthand addiction is hard. I know about being overprescribed medication by a doctor. I was there.
It happens. But
Yeah,
you can come off that
it does
medication.
happen.
You can come off that medication and you can better yourself. I know, I promise you can. I can see it because I see you keep saying, I haven't been on, guys. I haven't been on. You come on the 27th until about the 10th or 11th once Jace's check hits. And then you're good because you got money to cover for when you run out of your medication so you can buy pills from whoever it is you buy them from. So that's when you get online. There's like a set time of what. So we all know that. So when you say, I haven't been online, I've been doing good. No, you've just had enough money to cover your habits where you don't need to come online and beg for it. That's what it is. So once you're honest with yourself, with yourself, that's when you can start being honest with everybody else. You don't, like Lisa.
Can I talk for a minute?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. I just want Lisa to know, like, I will be a friend for you. I have been there. I have ruined my children's lives, and I was lucky enough to get my kids back
and make it, and now we work, and I'm not saying I'm far from perfect by any means.
Yeah.
But rehab is not scary.
No,
it's
rehab
actually
is scary.
really good to learn those coping mechanisms that you need.
Yes, but rehab is scary. It's okay to be scared. Sometimes scary things have to happen. You have to do scary things. You do, but it is scary.
But sometimes you have to do those scary things to move on to where you need to be.
Yes.
Listen, I am not trying to get on here to make you feel bad. I just felt like I didn't want to baby you. I just wanted to be truthful with you. Listen, you can text me or not. Obviously, you can't text me, but you can message me if you want to send me your number. You can, I'm having a hard time. I feel like I need to take more medication. I need somebody to talk to me to bring me down from this. I will 100% talk you through it. I will talk to you on the phone. I will be your biggest supporter. I will not send you money. I will not send you a Uber gift card. I will not do things like that because I cannot pull money from my baby's mouth to give to somebody else for a bad habit. I cannot do that. Will I be a big supporter for you? Hell yes.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
I will not fight you. I will not.
I think you have friends out there. You have supporters out there. But no, we're not going to give you money. We know, but we do know what you're going through, and we want to be there and help you. Look at what we have achieved by, accepting sobriety and going to rehab.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's wanting to get down on you. Mm-mm. We really want to lift you up.
No, I don't think that you two are, but there are a lot of people that do.
Well, there are. Yeah, there are. But do you see why they do though? Like, do you see where they're coming from? No, I don't feel like when people say, oh, she needs to die, she's this, she's that, that's bullcrap. Like, that's a whole nother level, and that's something going on in their head for them to say something like that to my internet. They don't even know. But I'm sure people are so angry because there are mamas out there who have lost their babies and they're watching you neglect your children. So they're like, what the heck is going on? Like, I'm sitting here suffering the worst pain ever, and I'm watching this woman not deserve to have her kids. Because, Lisa, from the things that I've seen,
I don't deserve to have them, and I neglect them, you think?
Like, let's be honest. Are you, that's neglectful. When you're saying you don't have food to feed Jace, is that neglect? Unless you're lying just to get money for other things. See, that's where you're not understanding. When you're getting online saying, I don't have no food, we have nothing, I just want to give him, Jason needs this. Like you're saying, unless you're needing that money for other things and you're just using food as an excuse, you're putting it out there that you do not have food for your kid. And that is a basic need. There are so many kids that go without food. That is something you should not lie about.
And every kid deserves a clean living area.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be brand new. It just needs to be clean. Does
Yeah.
not have to be brand new.
I mean, I probably would have been considered a hoarder about 5 years ago, but I have cleaned my act up, and I would never have wanted my children to live how I lived when I was in active addiction.
Yeah, it's hard. Addiction is hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
It's scary. You know, sometimes I see you come on live and you look so frazzled and you're like, just trying any dollar helps, $1, 50 cents, anything. And I know what you need that money for. And it brings me back to like that feel. I know that feeling. I
Yeah.
know the feeling that I know what you're feeling. And I'm like, and it's like triggering sometimes. I'm like, dang, like I don't ever want to feel like that again. But I don't feel like that anymore. So I know that you can get there. You can. There is
like a light at the end of the, like, I know it's so cliche, it's so ridiculous to say, but there is. You can do it. You can do hard things. You birthed 4 babies, right? Was that easy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God,
No.
birth is
do
not
hard
easy.
things.
So
your doctor needs to lose his license. There is no way on this earth that you should be on that medication.
I almost died because of being on methadone and then my doctor prescribing Xanax. I almost died because of the combination.
So I mean,
So
I don't.
you say, oh, it's doctor prescribed. Doctors don't always do what's best. They don't.
You keep ending your
Hello.
life.
I was trying to figure out how to turn the comments on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know. I don't know, Lisa.
I saw my daughter come in, my 19-year-old.
Okay.
So I told her if she wants to join, go ahead. But she's not a fighter, so.
She shouldn't have to be. Why does she have? She doesn't have to fight anything.
Well, if you notice, Ronnie, Jesse, and Abby were the ones who jumped up on TikTok. The rest of them didn't.
What do you mean jumped up on TikTok? What do you mean?
When all that stuff was going on, Jesse came out and said, I'm her sister.
Well, I mean, Lisa, think of why did all this stuff come out? One, because you said your son had brain cancer. And you were saying your dad, had passed. So they had to kind of like clear the air. Like listen, you need to remember everything is coming back around full circle to you. You've kind of like started it. Like it's all like Jesse and Ronnie wouldn't have had anything to do with TikTok if you didn't start that, those like couple of rumors, right?
Yeah.
I think you got some pretty good sisters there, Lisa.
I said that at first about Jace having cancer when I first got on TikTok, okay? I really did. And I'm sorry for it, okay? Now, Jessie getting on, I know you guys love her, but you guys just don't understand.
Did she bring you food the other day?
Yeah, she did, so she could write it online.
Well, no, I think I don't know if this is the case or not, but I feel like maybe she did that. She said it so that way. I think she felt like maybe your sisters don't want to lose you. Maybe deep down inside, they know that you're like one pill away or two, from not being here anymore. Maybe they're scared because of that.
Yeah.
Well, Ronnie cares about me.
I have to say, Lisa, when you talk about not having a support system, it really seems like you do have people who care about you and will help you through this. And I did, I was on here earlier. I did kind of try to baby you.
A support system doesn't sell you drugs or have you sell drugs or act like they're the best aunt in the world.
Well,
That's not a support
I
system.
mean, you're right about that. A support system is not going to sell you drugs. That's true. But I think that you know that you have people in your circle who are there for you, like your dad taking you to your appointments so that you can get your medication. I mean, I didn't hear anything from these other two that I disagreed with. And when you and I spoke earlier, and I told you, like, you just got to get off this stuff. Like, all you've done since then is start 3 more lives, or maybe
Yeah.
more.
Well, Lisa, what are you trying to accomplish tonight with getting on live and having people hop in your box? What is it that you're trying to accomplish?
I'm mad about the CPS thing, and
But
I'm
why are
tired
you
of
mad?
I'm tired of reading that I'm scared to go online. I'm not scared. I just don't want to go on.
No, I don't think, and no one's saying you're.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Lisa, honestly, I think you need all the support that we are here offering you, but
Like
you
I
don't
said
want to
to you,
take
yeah.
it.
Like I said, I will be your friend. I will, if you're having a cravings moment or a moment where
Yep.
you feel, girl, hit me up.
Yep.
I will not give you money. I will not buy you an Uber gift card. I will not send an instant. I can't do that because I can't take from my family.
Exactly.
Like,
I can't.
do you guys know how it is to have somebody in your house that is smoking crack and you can't smoke it and it's in your face and you have to be strong?
Who is in your house
You
that's
kick
doing
that
that?
person out the fuck your house, man.
That too. But who is in your house that's doing that?
I can't. I have done that, and then I get slammed for making her sleep in the park.
Well, see, now I feel, so this is where I feel like I kind of get upset. I kind of feel like I know who you're talking about. And this,
Yeah, please don't say it.
No,
and this person
no,
is
we don't need to
someone
say any
that you're
names.
supposed to have that person's back. So you should be in the right mind to where you say, you know what, I need to get myself clean so I can get this person clean because I'm the one that's supposed to be taking care of her. But you're right there trying to throw her under the bus so that way it makes you look better. That's not right.
I'm not trying to, man, but I get no credit, even with Big Cole. He'd shoot heroin in front of me, and I'd get no credit for not doing it, you know?
Because you shouldn't, what credit do you want? Like,
It's not about credit.
like just say no to drugs. No, just because he's shooting hair. That's like somebody saying your friend, like my mother would say to me, if your friend jumps off a bridge, are you going to do it too?
Yeah.
So because he's shooting heroin, you need to do it too? No.
You have to be
I didn't.
You have children.
I cut so many people out of my life that were users when I got clean because I couldn't be around them. It didn't mean that I didn't care about them still, but you do have to cut, you got to do what's best for you, Lisa.
Yeah, but anybody on this live, if your 22-year-old daughter punched you in the face multiple times, you wouldn't let her stay in your house.
Well, my daughter would punch me in the face. I do have a daughter. She is about 28. And my daughter would not do that to me because we don't have that kind of relationship.
Yep. I have an 18 and a 16-year-old. Why would that happen?
Yeah.
Well, none of my other kids would do that to me.
Yeah, but she has no respect for you because you haven't. What respect have you earned? Your kids see you online crying and begging for money that they know are a lie. They see they see you lying and asking for money. They know I've seen you nod off in video. I've been on lives where you've been nodding off.
Yes, I did. I nodded off. Yes.
Lisa, and I'm sorry, but when you have children, they don't need to. You don't need to earn their respect.
No. They didn't ask to be born.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
You're their mom.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be their rock. Yeah. You're supposed to be, you keep going back and pointing the finger at everybody else. Ronnie and Jesse or Jesse doesn't care. She just wants this. But, listen, if what you just said was true about the person smoking crack,
Yeah.
there's a shitstorm about to happen. If like that's bigger than what you think CYF is involved now, they're really going to be involved.
Well, she's not here that often. She's at Doug's house, her boyfriend.
But if she's having a child and she's doing those things, what do you think is going to happen?
Lisa, you need to be a mom and you need to put down the lines and tell her this is not okay.
I do.
But you have, I'm sorry, Lisa.
But see, now we're
no
switching the live and making it about her, and this is supposed to be about you.
You have no credibility when you get on TikTok, on Instagram, and ask for money. I mean, I just saw you light up a cigarette. Where does that money come from?
Yeah. Well, honestly, my dad bought me a pack this morning, but it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
It does matter.
It does, because if I don't have money for cigarettes, I don't have cigarettes. I don't go online begging for money to smoke to get whatever the little frivolous thing is I want.
I just feel like, honest to God, everybody puts me like I'm the worst person, and there's worse people than me.
But that's not true.
We're not talking about anyone else but you right now.
That's all I'm trying to say,
Lisa, and I don't think anybody's trying to say you're the worst person out there. We are offering you help. And
I've messaged you
because we've been there.
I've messaged you. We've all offered to be a sounding board, somebody that you can talk to if you're feeling low. We've all offered that. We're trying to help you. We know, we've been there.
Yeah, we know it's not easy.
It's not easy, and we've all been there, and here we are now.
Yeah.
It's like we're on the other side. We're on the flip side. It was hard as hell to get there, but we're there.
Wait, Mom, me, wife. What about Jace? He shouldn't see that crap. What crap?
Jace shouldn't see any of this. Jace should not see his mother online crying, please, guys, please. He shouldn't see any of that.
Yeah, because he knows what's going on.
Jace, listen, I feel like he should be in school, but if where he's at is working for him, then that's fine. But he needs to be in a clean environment. He needs to have clean clothes, food, water. He needs no, he doesn't need brand new furniture, a brand new mattress, brand new bedding every day, but he damn sure needs a better mattress than what he has now. And I know there are resources that can get you that. He needs a clean house. He needs clean clothes. That's what he needs. You don't have to be one of those moms that, he's got a brand new PS5, he's got this, he's got an Xbox, he's got a VR. Those are not necessities. I would think you're a better mother if you handed him, I don't care that he has a VR, but his mattress is crappy looking. That doesn't make you look any better because he has a VR or a PlayStation or an Xbox when he's laying on a dirt brown mattress. And
hold on, not to interrupt you. He doesn't see his sister using anything but weed, and he doesn't see me buying anything.
But he sees if you're nodding off with us online,
Lisa, and if you think you don't know, you're being ignorant.
He seems to be a pretty smart kid.
Yeah.
Like
he knows. I know we want to tell ourselves that we have sheltered our children from our addictions, but we don't. They know. My kids knew. And and I ended up losing my children, Lisa. And then I did get them back, but it was hard. And it was scary. What I had to go through to be sober was scary as hell.
It is. But there's another. Are you listening to any of this?
Yes, I am.
So, okay, so then can you tell me what you should take accountability for in any of this?
I should have raised my kids better.
No, No, Lisa, you should not be on Clonopin. You should not be on TikTok begging for money. I don't care if you're on TikTok. I don't care if you're on social media. Who cares? Get on Text Live and say, hey, Tech, how you doing? I don't get on live, but you could message me and say, hey, listen, I need to talk. Can you face or Instagram message me? I'm having a hard time. These people here, these women here have said they would reach out to you. Stop saying you don't have a support system when you obviously have two parents that love you and care for you, or else they would be like, I'm out of here. This is too much.
Oh, I know without my mom, I would not have ever gotten clean. My mom was my rock. And you have your dad, Lisa. Your dad does everything that in his power for you. You got to realize you have people there that are wanting you to be better.
You have to want it. It doesn't matter. There could be 1.4 million people that want Lisa to do better. Unless Lisa wants to do better, you're not going to do better. You have to want it. You do. I understand being depressed and letting your house go. I get it. It happens to me.
It happened to me too.
But there's a point where you let your house go and then there's filth, and you have to know the difference.
No, there is a difference.
Yeah, there is. Lisa, I just feel like you're letting it go in one ear and it's going out the other, and you're like, whatever. Once you realize like what you've been overprescribed medication, you're gonna be pissed when you get to the other side, because you will get there. You will eventually. Maybe this is just not your time. Once you get through this addiction hump, you're gonna be pissed at being overprescribed medication. You're gonna be embarrassed of the things you've done.
Oh, I say that to my mom and my kids all the time. I'm like, I can't even, the way I acted back then, I can't even imagine it now.
Right.
You know, I mean, you don't even realize what it's doing until you get clean. And then you're like, oh my God, what did I do? And you realize, like, oh, I did a lot of fucked up shit. But you can overcome it. It's not going to be something that you can never overcome. Because I didn't think my children would ever forgive me for what I did, and they did. And I have a great relationship with them now.
That's my daughter, my 18-year-old.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Mom, Jace loves you.
What?
Jace loves you.
Jace?
Yes.
I know he does.
I'm sure you love your mom too, right?
So why can't you just get the little kid?
What? You cut out.
Why can't you just clean for the boy?
I don't know.
You love Jace. You love all your kids, right?
Yeah.
I told you 100 times, not online, that I would take Jace if you went to rehab. And I would call you every day and tell you about Jace, tell you what he did, what he ate, anything. Talk to him if you wanted to. Why can't you?
Well, you have your own place now, right?
Yes.
Well, that's a different story.
I have an extra bedroom too. That's ready for Jace.
So if you're gonna want to let her take Jace before CYF steps in and takes Jace.
It's gonna be a lot harder getting him back from CYF than.
Yeah. And it's Lisa, it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
You would be amazed at what you will benefit out of rehab. I can't say it's all roses, but you do learn, and it does help.
No, I agree. I believe you.
I mean, I hated going to rehab. And, and I failed at rehab like 2 times. And then the 3rd time I went, it stuck. So, I mean, nobody is perfect, Lisa.
Mm-mm.
We're not. We're human. We are flawed. We fuck up sometimes, but you gotta try to make things better.
But you have
Yeah.
to want it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to. Yes, I don't. Listen, if you go, I would love for you to go to rehab and get clean. And I would love to see you hop on this app and say, "Hey, what do you guys?" Not be begging for money, not hear Jace in the background. Not
I do.
offended.
I do.
The lives kept ending, and I'm like, is this over? Is it done?
Yeah, like, are you done wanting to talk to us? We don't know that.
Where's the other lady that keeps talking? I can't see her.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm alone here, so.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll give you my number. I just don't want it out again.
Yeah,
okay.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want my number given out. So
I can't trust
No,
anybody.
and I hope you read my message and you reply, because I was being sincere in my message, and letting you know that I want to be your friend. I want to help you. But yeah, you're not going to get money out of me, but I do want to help you.
That's okay. If I get a sincere message, I always respond back to them.
Okay.
If it's rude, I block them.
Yeah. Well, as you should, because you don't need negativity in your life, but you also invite it in. So you kind of got to draw a line somewhere.
Well, until recently, I never told anybody to come over to Instagram,
What was your end goal for like doing these lives tonight? Like what is it that you were trying to accomplish?
I was mad, but you calmed me down.
Do you understand I mean, I don't know, like when people are calling CYF on you or whatever, do you see where, like, if you were in your right mind and you seen what we're seeing, I think you would be worried about that child.
Yeah, I mean, I've never called CPS on anybody in my life, but I've never seen child abuse,
It was my mom that called CPS on me. So, and I did have a little bit of hatred towards her for doing that, but she was doing it out of love.
Well, my thing is, if you guys have been on TikTok a while, okay, as soon as somebody doesn't like the person and they find out they have kids, the first thing they do is call CYF.
I don't know. I feel like someone's child should not be used in that kind of a way, but what I'm seeing is that you need to think about other things. Like, you need to think about getting off of this medication. You need to think about getting into rehab. You need to think about staying off TikTok, asking for money. You need to think about taking care of Jace. You need, like, whatever's going on. Like, how old is Abby? Abby's 21. There's only so much.
22.
22. I have a 24-year-old, a 21-year-old. I have a 15-year-old and an 8-year-old. I have all ages, and my older kids, they don't live with me. They take care of themselves. I can't tell them what to do, but she's only doing what she's learned.
I mean, do you want Abby to be a good mom?
You should, as her mom, you should not have put that out there.
Yeah.
What
you said, like that, you should not have put that out there. You're like, that's like trying to throw us off of being on you to being on her. And then you come on the beginning of the week, oh, Abby's pregnant. And then now you say this?
Because I get blamed for everything, kicking the
But
door
why
in.
would you're saying you get blamed, but why would you want to throw the blame on your child?
Why would you want to deflect that blame onto her? That's your kid. You're supposed to be her.
I don't.
But you just did. You are. Like me and my oldest daughter have a joke. If she were to, oh, Mom, I know, I could call my mom and be like, oh, I just killed somebody. I'd be like, all right, where are we going? How are we hiding his body? You're supposed to have your child's back no matter what. And if they're doing bad things, you should be in their corner trying to make them better.
But I do protect my kids.
I'm sure Abby is going to be pretty pissed when she realizes you came on an Instagram live and said she's smoking crack after you went on live earlier in the week on TikTok saying she's pregnant.
Well, Queen's probably going to release it anyway.
How would Queen I haven't heard Queen say anything about you.
Yeah, I haven't heard Queen mention you at all, Lisa.
See what I mean about how you keep trying to deflect onto somebody else? Well, Lisa, Queen didn't get on your live and say that Abby's smoking crack. You did. Why are you even bringing Queen up?
Well, she hasn't smoked it since she's been pregnant.
Well, but Lisa, you don't need to be sharing her business.
You shouldn't have said it at all. You should not have said that at all. This has nothing to do with Abby.
We're here for you, Lisa, not for Abby. I mean, we are there for Abby and for Jace because we want you to be a great mom for them.
But they share my business, and if I really shared their business, you guys will be blown away.
I know, but you see you have to listen to what you're saying. They share you are talking about your children. They're not like your neighbors or your friends down the street. Oh, they share my bit. These are your kids. It doesn't matter what. You need to have their back. You need to be their backbone.
No.
And you're not.
My sisters.
Your sisters, Ronnie, I don't know them. I don't know your sisters. I believe Jess just came online to say, hey, listen, I dropped food off. That's it. I don't think she's getting on there to stop your next she's getting on there to stop your next
on the Reddit. I have never seen either of your sisters say anything but the truth. They're not like out to get you, Lisa. They're just trying to preserve what little integrity your family has.
You've got people showing up to the clinic.
Yeah.
You've got your neighbor recording you upstairs. None of those things would have happened if you didn't get online and bring all of that to you. Everybody likes to watch a train wreck. You can't look away, and this is what is going on.
I know. My dad said it was all my fault.
Well, Lisa, listen, it is. You have invited the whole world into your life.
Is it then? Tell me. If you can argue back, tell me. I don't mean argue, but I mean like tell me whose fault it is then. If it's somebody else's fault and we could put the blame on somebody else, whose fault is it?
It's mine. I started it.
You like pretending to be somebody else. Oh, I don't know who this Lisa is person you're talking about. When you get clean, you're gonna have to come back to all those things that you've done when you were not clean.
And I have to tell you, lying is the hardest thing to keep up. When you lie, you have to remember that lie. So it's so much easier just to tell the truth. Because then it don't ever get mixed up, because it's the truth. It's a fact.
Yeah.
And once you start telling the truth, people are going to be, people are going to start to believe you. Like, you're going to have to earn trust, but screw it. Screw the TikTok, screw Instagram, screw the social media, the internet, me, her, everybody. We don't know you. We don't take care of your kids. We don't know your life. You have to earn the trust and respect of your kids again. If you want it. Listen, I don't know, like you said, I don't know why I kept getting on. I guess it's like I guess I just don't understand it. I just don't and I got frustrated. I'm like, well, wait a minute, this is not, you just keep deflecting onto other people. Once you start taking accountability, your whole life could change. It could change for the better.
See, I relate to you, Lisa, because I was you. I was exactly where you are. And I want to help you realize that you can be better. It doesn't have to be like this.
But you have to want to be better.
Yeah, you have to want it. You have to work for it.
Like
it don't come easy.
Like getting up at like 2 a.m. and getting on live, and you're on live at 2 o'clock in the morning asking for money.
Yeah.
And it's because you've overtaken your medication and now you need to purchase more. So you're scared. So you're like you're nervous, like, oh gosh, I don't want to feel those withdrawals. I don't want to feel that, because that's what you'll feel if you don't have that medication. So you're scared. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to get on a different time. There's going to be different people on my live, and they're going to give me money. I don't know. I like I said, if you're feeling like you got cravings or you're flustered, shoot me a message. Hey, I'm feeling this way, but I can offer you advice. I can help. I try to help find resources, but that's really it.
Yeah,
I think your kids.
And I feel the exact same way. Like you can get my number, get my message and message me, and I'll give you my number, and I will be there for you to talk you out of the, when you're feeling like you need a fix. You can actually be talked out of it.
You can. You just have to train your brain to think of something else. I know you don't want to hear anything I have to say, because I'm not coming on here babying you just because I feel like you're a grown woman. Why do I have to baby you? You brought all of this stuff on yourself. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm really not. I'm just trying to be honest with you.
No, I did.
Oh, is that the kitty? I saw the kitty.
Yeah, that's Abby's kitty.
Yeah. Aw.
So I mean, I don't know if you got what you wanted out of these lives. I feel like you keep ending them because we're not saying what you want to hear, and you're hoping that someone else will hop in the box, but then I hop in the box again with the same stuff. I'm not going to change what I'm saying. You have to start taking accountability for all of this stuff that you brought on yourself, and once you start doing that, your life can change. You're in charge of your life.
I know what it feels like to be sober, and when your life is overwhelming and you just want everything to go away, and so then you do the drugs, and then you feel good for a little bit, but then you need more. And it's not a life. It's not a life that's worth living.
And I know you have.
I just hope you realize that. The drugs feel good in the moment, but it's not worth it.
So what do you have anything to say? Like, do you have a plan, anything?
I'm gonna talk to Nikki now that she has her own place about, I didn't want him going to Ronnie's, but
why
we
would
can
you not
talk.
want him going to Ronnie's?
I really don't want to say on here, to be honest.
Okay, fair.
Huh?
So if he can go with his sister, that would be a good thing. I think you need and listen, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, nothing. I'm none of that. But I feel like if you need a long-term rehab,
and maybe to get out of where you're living in a new place.
Prescriptions. And, you know, and it was my son that found me, and I was not breathing, and he had to call 911. I mean, do you want that for Jace?
No, I
Because
don't.
it can happen. I mean, I was doing everything like the doctors told me, and it was too much for my body, and I OD'd. And my son was the one that found me, and he was the one that had to call 911. And I don't wish that on anybody.
Imagine
No,
that picture in his head, finding his mom like that.
Yeah.
It's a scary sight.
And it can happen easy. Yeah, it's amazing how easy it is.
Right.
Because I was on the methadone and I was on Xanax, prescribed by my doctor. And the combination was too much. And I about died. And, you know, and my poor son had to go through that.
I don't know.
Even if it's prescribed, accidents
overtake
happen.
Yeah, you can form a habit and a bad habit, and once you take one extra, then it's two extra, then it's next thing you know, like you said, you're popping them like candy.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, one thing I've noticed about Klonopin and Xanax too, you forget that you took it. You forget you took it, and you take more. Does that you relate to that, Lisa? Where you forget you took like, oh, I just took 2 like an hour ago. You forget, and then you take a couple more.
Yeah, I've lost them.
Yeah.
So what do you I don't know, I keep asking it, but what do you think? What do you have to say?
I'm gonna talk to Nikki and talk to my counselor.
Because I don't see how your counselor doesn't see your lives. Like how does she not know what's going on?
Well, her exact words were, if I didn't see your urines and everything I see, I would think you were an addict too, was her exact word.
Well, plus you're admitting it. Like you went on, like you've said, like see, the issue is you're buying what you're already prescribed. So you're just like overtaking it. They don't know how much you're taking. So they don't, that's what I'm like, they don't know that
you're prescribed Klonopin and you're taking it, but then you're taking them all like too soon, so you're having to get more, so you're overtaking them. They don't know that. So you just need to be honest. They're only there to help you. They're not going to bite your head off if you walk in there and say, I need help.
Yeah. But you have to
want it.
You have to be ready for help.
Aren't you tired of this?
Yeah, I'm tired of my whole life.
But and the drugs are quick. I know the drugs are a quick fix, but honestly, Lisa, if you go to rehab and get clean, you will find out that life is so much better. The drugs will only make it go, get better for a little bit. When you go to rehab, you learn to make your life better long term. And that's what you need to be focusing on.
This time next year, where you could be. See, you're like right now, you're in that mindset where you have like a timeline set up. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You have a time where you have no money because Jace's check is gone. Your food stamps come on the 2nd or 3rd or whatever it is. So you have that timeline set up of like days you have to get to. Okay, I just got to get to the 2nd. If I could just get enough money, I just got to get to 2nd, because I'm sure whoever you're buying things from, you're probably having to sell your stamps to them sometimes to get them. I just got to get to the 2nd, and then I can get this from them, with my stamps. Then your stamps are gone, so then you got to just get to Jason's check. Then you're right back to 27th. I could just get on TikTok and ask for money. That, you know, they'll send me money. This time next year, you could be done with all of that. You could be done with all of that. You could be making your kids proud. You could be making your parents proud. Screw TikTok. Screw social media. Screw me. Screw all these people that are sitting here watching you. You need to worry about you and your children. Make your money stretch. I'm sure you get help from the state, like to pay your bills. Budget your money. Plan for a vacation with your son. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. You do not need to be on that medication, dimming that medication is dulling your life. It is like literally putting you in a bubble to where you're just like bouncing through the world, like, you're not really feeling anything. You need to feel what you're going through right now, so that way you'll never want to feel it again.
Yeah.
Well,
and it sucks, Lisa. It's scary getting sober. But it's so worth it in the long run.
It's scarier when you OD and your kids don't have a mother.
Oh, I thank you for being honest, though, and telling me what people really do think of me. You know, I've been waiting for somebody to say it, you know.
What do you mean, what people really do think
I don't
of
think
you?
we've, because I don't think
What do you
we've
mean by
said
that?
anything.
No, it's not to be mean or argue.
No, I'm not saying, I'm saying, well, what do you mean? Like, how did I say what people really, this is what you're putting out. This is like what you're portraying.
Well, I never said that I buy pills on the street because I don't.
No, you said you buy them from someone you know.
Okay, that could be, and this was months ago before my doctor upped my script.
Okay, but I'm just saying what you have already said. Like, I have no reason to lie. I don't know, it's it's no skin off my back. It's not going to change anything. I still have to get up for work at 5:30.
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm only saying what you've already said. You said you when you overtake your medication, you buy them from somebody that you know.
Right, because they were telling me that I was going to get pressed pills, and I told them that would never happen.
Yeah. Oh no. But you don't know that. How do you know this person could not run? Maybe they're selling to more than one person. Maybe they're selling to somebody other than you, and they run out, but they still want your money. So then they buy them off the street. You don't know. That's what you have to think. There's always that possibility.
There's a possibility of fentanyl, man.
You always have to think. You always have to plan for the worst and hope for the best.
I hope you have Narcan at home. And I hope Jace knows how to use it. And that is sad to say, Lisa, but Jace does need to know how to use Narcan, and you need it in your house. So you don't die. None of us want to see you die.
I don't. I don't want to see. I don't want to see anybody. Listen, you want to see what people. I'll tell you what I think of you. I think you are an active addiction, and you're scared, and you're an active addiction, and you're scared. That's what I see when I look at you.
Yeah, I'm all by myself. Cole's gone.
You don't have to be, but see, that's what you keep saying. You're not all by yourself. You have your mom, your dad. You have your daughter who just got in your life and said, "Mom, why won't you get clean for Jace?" I know it's scary. I know it's scary. You know what's even scarier? Thinking, holy crap, I could take one too many that my body can't handle, and Jace is going to wake up in the morning and, say, "Hey, Mom," and I won't wake up.
Yeah. And that's always a possibility when you're using, Lisa.
You're right.
It just has to, there has to be an end. Like I guess you got to hit that rock bottom to where you're like, I just can't do this anymore. You do have a support system though. You do. Because if you didn't, you would be walking every day to the clinic. You just said your dad bought you cigarettes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you do have your dad, he's there, but your parents aren't going to live forever.
Mm-mm.
And don't you want to make good memories? Like when you think back to when you were a kid, do you have any like good memories like with your parents, like anything like any like traditions or anything like that?
Not really, but they were good parents.
That's it. Like you can look back, like I don't know, like my kids, when they were little, Christmas, we would ride around and look at Christmas lights, or we would go to a lake house like in the summer. Those are things my kids can think of when they get older, and hopefully the little traditions that they'll, you know, when they decide to have kids, do with their kids. What does Jace have to remember? His mom on TikTok crying, asking for money, pushing a phone in his face. Jace, are you hungry? Tell me you're hungry. Like, do you want your kid to like think about those things? But it's not too late to change and do something different.
You're
Only time
right.
it's too late is when you're no longer here.
Yeah. And
You're right.
from watching you, Lisa, I know that you love Jace and you don't want him to find you dead. I know you don't.
See, I've been on lives where Tech has been in your box and she's like, all right, Lisa, we got a plan. We got, this is what's going to happen. I really think Tech cares for you because she's been where you're at. So she cares. And I know it's hard to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. I got to go to rehab. I'm just going to stop. But you're the only person that can make that happen. You got to look back on that plan that you had with Tech and be like, you know what? Now I'm going to do this. Now it's time. I'm going to change. There's going to be change. You've got, like I said, I'm in your corner. If I can talk, we can talk. I can listen. I will just shut up and just listen. You can say whatever it is you need to say, and I will literally just be an ear to listen to.
I'll shoot you my new number.
But I just feel like you have to really want it. No one else matters in your life. It should matter in your life, but your kids, yourself, your kids, and yourself. Getting yourself clean, getting yourself better, and your kids. Because CYF is going to walk in one day and they're going to be like, you know what? This is it. We're taking Jace. No, he's not going to go with Nikki. He's going to go into a foster home. And sometimes those foster homes are worse than where they came from.
Yeah. I was lucky my kids went with my mom. They didn't go into a foster home that I didn't know. But
my parents are too old.
It's a possibility.
It's scary. I know it's scary. I know it is, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. I mean, I did it, and I was scared shitless doing it. I didn't know how I would function
Yeah.
without, having that pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned.
You just listen, Lisa. You just have to want it. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear, because I'm a nobody to you. I'm literally some chick on the internet that hopped in your box just because I got sick of the lies, and I'm like, you know what? I just got to say something. So I'm literally no one to you, but I hope that you take what I've said, and I hope you want to change. I hope you want to go to rehab. I pray for you. I do. I really do pray for you, and I hope that you want something different because it's not too late for Jace. It's not too late for Abby. It's not too late for little Cole. It's not too late for Nikki. It's not too late to have a relationship with your kids. It's never too late.
No. And I can speak from the experience on that. You know, my kids hated me for a while. And I had to prove to them that I was better. And that I wasn't going to be doing that crap anymore.
Yeah. I feel like you want somebody to get in the box that's going to let you blame everybody else. That's why you keep ending the lives.
And boy, she's ended up with us both all the time.
Yeah, and just because I just don't, I don't know. I feel like you've got to, like, you've lied so much that they're like, it's hard for anyone to like really believe what you're saying. But I don't know. I just feel like you need to get better. You need to get clean because being in active addiction is not fun. It's not good.
What's your screen name?
Where am I at? Hold on. Gracefully Broken.
Birkin?
I will send you a message.
Okay. Okay, wrong person. I could have swore I seen your name. But everybody talks shit because I'm just a piece of shit. Even though nobody knows me in real life. The CPS lady could not believe that in the Reddit, people were putting my name, my address, and CPS's phone number to call and report me. She couldn't believe it. She said, you have to see child abuse. Why are they asking to join and then declining? I'm not dropping anybody. What the hell?
No, hey girl, I'm here.
Hey,
comments are still off for me, so I can't talk to you without being in your box.
Yeah, well, I'm not dropping anybody, so if anybody got something to say, they can come up and say it, you know?
Yeah. And I don't blame you. I mean, you have the right to say what you want, you know?
Some of these names I know have talked about me, and they're in the chat acting like my best friend. I don't do that shit.
Well, shit, here I am smoking on fucking camera, so honestly, I don't care. Judge me for smoking, judge me for having no teeth. I've lived my life. You know.
Yeah. I mean, they want to say, oh, she's acting like a hard ass. I'm not acting, okay? If you come at me, I will fight you. I may lose, but I will fight you.
All right, I'm going to bed.
Hey, you're back.
I don't know how you say people are talking about you in the chat. Your comments are off. No one's saying anything. I feel like I don't know. I'm in Tennessee. It's 12:30 here. It's probably 1:30 there. I feel like you need to hop off and go to bed only because I don't think you're going to get what you want from this live.
I'm lying again. I'm lying again. I'm lying again.
What do you mean you're lying again?
You just said nobody's sending me mean messages.
I didn't say that. I said no one in this chat is saying anything. Their comments are off.
I some people are able to comment. I have
I don't
saw
know.
that,
Mine
but I
says
can't.
comments are off. That's why I
Yeah,
got back. I can't
Well,
type or say anything. It just says comments are off.
what I
yeah.
said was some of the names I see are people that I've seen talking bad about me.
So then you've seen them talking bad about you? Well, who
Mm-hmm.
cares? What do they do for you though? They do nothing for you. Who cares? But you're giving them a reason to talk bad about you. When you're getting on and you're on here crying and begging, asking for money or lying or scheming or scamming, this is why they're saying stuff. But who cares what they say? Are they giving you money? Are they helping you?
Some of them do.
Then those people are twisted because they want to see bad things happen to you, because every dollar, dime, penny,
Mm-hmm.
nickel, whatever they're giving you is only going towards your bad habit, which is not a good thing.
Yeah.
You right off the bat got defensive with me saying I'm lying again. I'm lying again. I have not been nasty to you, disrespectful. I've only told you my advice. You can take it, leave it. I don't care. No sweat off my back. I've only tried to help.
Stizzy G, I'm sorry. I just thought I seen your name. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Like I said, I don't know how these people are commenting. It says comments are off for me.
Yeah,
But I've not seen.
yeah, it says comments are out by me for me too, but some people can get
I have not seen
obviously
anybody write
around it.
anything mean on these lives, these last lives. You keep ending the live and then coming back. I don't know what. I don't know. I hope you're able to get off and get some rest. I don't know what it is you're trying to accomplish tonight, Lisa. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't
I'm
know
mad.
what you're expecting from people.
If they've got something to say to me, ma'am, get up here and say it. Quit being a sissy.
Why do you want them to say anything? Why?
Don't write it on Reddit. Say it.
They are there, but what does it matter to you if what they're saying? Okay, if you are, put yourself in their shoes. Look at what you're putting out there, Lisa.
Like I go on Reddit
Why are you
once
going
every
on Reddit?
Yeah, why do you even
Well,
want to hear the negative? Because the
Can I
negative is
answer?
only going to encourage your addiction more.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Can I answer? Please listen.
Yeah.
I go on to screenshot what they're saying to give to my CPS worker. That's why I go on.
But what are they saying that's not
True.
true? What are they saying? Do you get online and ask for money for things that aren't, do you get online and ask for money?
Yes, I do.
Are you lying about what the money's for?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, Lisa. You're not telling the truth.
Yes.
This is why people are going online saying that.
And that is why Reddit, there is a Reddit page dedicated to you, because
that's not all they write. That's not all they write, though.
Lisa, what I've seen, some of the things that I've seen, and then now I don't know, I don't have Reddit. Some of the things that I've seen say I've seen them, like the people that send you gifts or donate or whatever, they'll screenshot that. I think they genuinely do not want you to OD.
Yeah. People are scared to death to send me a rose.
Well, why, Lisa? Because it's not going. I can see if they're sending you a rose and you're taking that money and buying Jason a new pair of shoes. You're not, Lisa. They don't want you to lose your life. They don't.
Yeah, we all know, Lisa. Most of us have been there, and if we haven't been there, we've known somebody that's been there. And
like they'll send me money. They'll send me money and write, please don't say my name on live. It shouldn't be like that.
But you know what? It wouldn't happen if you didn't get online and ask for money.
I would love to have you in a live where you're just chatting and
I've
not
done
asking
that.
for money, so we can actually get to know Lisa.
But let me ask you a question, and if like this is all right, just from like observing, before you, so this is like, I don't know, I've been like in your box 4 times. You keep ending it. The one time before you ended it, when you came
Uh-huh.
back, it seemed like you were like, I don't know, like a little different. Like you were like kind of like nodding a little bit. Are you
Nodding?
doing anything bad now?
No.
See, but that it's almost like the way you come off.
That's another thing.
People
When
assume that.
I'm looking down, reading my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be saying that I'm not.
Well,
Here's
It's
Lisa,
just,
you have nodded a few times online. You can't
and
deny
I can't
that.
I
I've been
can't
there.
defend.
I've been nodding. I actually should be in bed by now, but I'm here trying to talk to you because I do care.
I can't defend myself on Reddit because then they'll block me.
Well, you know
I
how
have
you
no
can end
control
all of
over
that,
Reddit,
Lisa?
so
You know how you
Huh?
can end all of that? You can stop all of this. You are in control. You, Lisa, are in control. You cannot go on TikTok. If you're not on, there's no way to record you. There's no way to say anything. There's no way to lie. If you're thinking they're lying and making up stuff, there's no way to do it. But
But
that means you need to stop what you're doing.
yesterday was the first time I've gotten on in a while.
You were on all of last
Yesterday. What?
You got
Was
on.
I?
You got on. Yes, yeah, Lisa. You got on, and it was like you. I don't know if it was Monday or Thursday of last week. You started getting on, asking for money for food for Jace. You wanted an Instacart.
and then when Jess said that she brought you food, you said she didn't.
She did. But she
Okay,
did
but
it
you
to
said there was a clip that you said she didn't bring you anything. And I understand issues with siblings, but
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Jess does care and she did bring you food.
like
So you're saying Jess brought you food, right? But you think she
yeah,
brought it just so that way she can go on the Reddit page and say she brought you food, right?
yeah, just like she recorded me without my permission
Okay,
outside.
so listen. You're saying that so both times. Now she brought you food, but you think she just did it so that way she can say she did it. But either way, you say you needed food, right?
Ma'am, she brought little snack bags of chips.
Isn't
If
that
you had nothing,
better than nothing?
if you had nothing, anything is better than nothing.
Yes.
Right? If you had now, she recorded you. I don't know about this. You're saying she recorded you without your knowledge?
She did.
Now, why was that when the whole thing when Jace was going to camp because you were lying saying he had nothing for camp?
Yeah, and then she took him to Waldemar for his birthday, recorded the whole thing and put it on TikTok, and she got gift cards from people for Jace, which he never got.
Here's the thing. All right. Can you just hear me out for 1 minute, please? Just hear me out, please.
Yeah.
You said she recorded you and without your knowledge. Now you had already been on lying about Jace not having what he needed for camp. He needed money for camp. I think she was trying to prove that you were lying because I feel like as I'm the older sister of 4 sisters, and if one of my sisters was in active addiction, I would do anything I needed to do to stop her from getting money to get her next high. So because I don't want to lose my sister. Now, people see Jace and I think they care. I think they genuinely care about him. So I think her sharing I don't know this because I don't know your sister. I would think she shared the video so people could see Jace because they do care about him. I think they are genuinely worried about him.
Yeah, I do think people are generally concerned about Jace. And they also are concerned about you, Lisa. None of us want to see you die. And we're afraid that's where you're headed when you keep getting money.
Lisa, you've admitted you have admitted that you have to act like it's the end of the world in order to get money, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to do that?
Yeah.
I'd love to just get to know Lisa.
You keep going back. You keep ending the live, and that's fine. I'm not. If you end it, I'm not gonna hop back on. I'll go to bed. I just don't. I don't understand why you just won't take accountability.